All right, welcome. Today we're diving into one of the biggest and honestly most surprising challenges in AI. It's memory, or to be more accurate, its complete and total lack of one. So let's just jump right in with a thought experiment. Imagine you're talking to this super powerful AI. I mean, it's an absolute genius. It can code, it can compose music, it can answer pretty much any question you throw at it. But what if that genius had the memory of a goldfish? Well, here's the crazy part. By default, they all do. Yep, every single large language model, right out of the box, is basically starting from scratch every single time you talk to it. And get this isn't some bug or an accident. It's actually a core feature of how they're built. So let's unpack this problem, which, believe it or not, is a problem entirely by design. The technical term for this is stateless. And what that really means is the system holds on to absolutely zero information from one request to the next. Think about that. Every time you send a message, it's like you're meeting for the very first time. It has no past, no context, nothing. And you can probably see how this creates huge problems. I mean, can you imagine a customer support bot that forgets your problem midway through the chat? Or a coding assistant that has no clue what project you're even working on? It would be beyond frustrating, right? Totally useless. So this is the main thing to wrap your head around. Being stateless isn't a flaw that needs to be fixed. It's a fundamental part of their DNA. And once you get that, you can really start to appreciate the clever ways engineers have figured out how to give these amazing brains a memory. So, if these AIs are literally designed to forget, how in the world do we teach them to remember? Well, it turns out there's no single magic bullet. Instead, developers use a clever mix of 4 different kinds of memory, and each one has its own special job. First step, the most basic one, conversational memory. You can think of this as the AI's short-term memory. The way it works is pretty simple, if a little brute force. With every new message you send, the app just resends the entire chat history right along with it. That gives the AI the immediate context of what you're talking about right now. But this simple approach immediately slams into a giant wall, and that wall has a name, the context window. See, every LLM has a hard limit on how much text it can look at one time. And even though newer models have these huge windows, they fill up way faster than you'd think, which makes this memory trick kind of unsustainable by itself. Okay, so the next solution is what we call entity memory. If conversational memory is like remembering the last 5 minutes, entity memory is like a dedicated little black book just for you. It's built to pull out and save key facts, your name, where you live, what you like, and keep them handy across totally different conversations, even on different days. And here's a perfect example of how that works. When a user says, "My name is Mahul, an AI engineer in Mumbai," the system is smart. It doesn't just see a sentence. It pulls out those key pieces of info, structures them, and files them away so you don't have to keep repeating yourself over and over. So what do you do with those really long conversations that just smash through the context window? Well, that brings us to our third type, summary memory. This is a really clever hack. Instead of trying to cram the entire chat history into the prompt, the system actually uses the AI itself to create a short, running summary of the conversation. It's basically the Cliff's Notes of your chat, saving the main points without using up all the space. And finally, we get to the real powerhouse, the most scalable approach, long-term semantic memory. This is basically like giving the AI an external brain. All the important stuff, summaries, facts, documents, gets converted into numbers and stored in a special kind of searchable database called a vector database. And this thing can hold a practically unlimited amount of information. Now, for those of you who are familiar with AI architecture, this whole process should be ringing a bell. It's basically the same pattern as retrieval augmented generation, RAG. The only real difference here is that instead of pulling info from a library of external documents, the AI is pulling it from its own personal library of past memories. So we have these 4 different types of memory, but here's the secret sauce. The best systems don't just pick one. The ultimate AI memory is a really sophisticated, layered approach that actually combines all of them. So a real production-ready memory system works in layers. At the base, you've got your conversational memory for that immediate back and forth. Then, on top of that, you inject key facts about the user from the entity memory. After that, you pull in the 3 to 5 most relevant summaries from long-term memory. And finally, you can even pull in external knowledge. It's this beautiful symphony of context. The whole point of this layered strategy is all about being smart and efficient. It lets the system give the AI a super rich, deep, and personalized context for every single interaction, all while staying safely inside the limits of that pesky context window. So,
Why does all this matter so much? Well, because getting memory right is the thing that takes an AI from being a simple, forgetful tool and turns it into a genuinely useful, personalized teammate.
I mean, the difference in performance is just staggering. Just look at this chart. You can see the huge leap in personalization when you go from a basic stateless AI to one with a proper layered memory system. And that's because it learns about you, it remembers you, and it adapts to you over time. Of course, building this stuff is tricky. There are a lot of common pitfalls, like just dumping raw text into a database that leads to terrible results, or completely forgetting about context limits until your app breaks. And of course, you have to handle user data with extreme care. Another pro tip, don't retrieve too much. Grabbing too many memories can actually confuse the AI. Turns out the sweet spot is usually just the top 3 to 5 most relevant ones. You know, this quote from the source material really just nails the whole point. Memory is that transformative ingredient. It's what builds the bridge from a stateless machine to an intelligent assistant that actually knows you and grows with you. And so I'll just leave you with this final thought. As these memory systems get more and more advanced, what new doors are going to open? What could you build or create or solve with an AI that actually truly knows you? I think the future of personalized intelligence is really just getting